Have you ever felt a pull towards something greater, a calling that just won't be silenced, a desire to trade worldly possessions for a life of profound meaning? Today we journey back to 13th century Italy to uncover the story of a remarkable woman who did just that, Saint Clare of Assisi. Clare was born into a wealthy, noble family in Assisi. From a young age, she was known for her deep piety and her kind heart, often secretly giving away her food to the poor. But her destiny wasn't to be a lady of leisure, managing a grand estate. Her heart was stirred by the words of another famous local, a young man named Francis. She heard Francis of Assisi preach in the streets, and his message of radical poverty, humility, and complete devotion to God resonated deep within her soul. While her family planned a strategic marriage for her, Clare was planning a very different kind of union. On the night of Palm Sunday in 1212, at just 18 years old, Clare made a life-altering decision. She secretly fled her family's home, guided by torchlight, to meet Francis and his brothers at a small chapel. There, in a powerful ceremony, she renounced her noble life. Francis cut her long, beautiful hair, a symbol of her aristocratic status, and she traded her fine gown for a simple, rough tunic. Her life of wealth and privilege was over. Her life of spiritual richness had just begun. Her family was furious. They tried to drag her back home by force, but Clare clung to the altar, revealing her shorn head and declaring that she would have no other husband but Jesus Christ. Her conviction was unbreakable. Soon, her younger sister, Agnes, joined her, and other women from Assisi and beyond, inspired by her courage, followed suit. This was the birth of a new religious movement. With Francis's help, Clare established a community at the Church of San Damiano. These women became known as the Poor Ladies of San Damiano, and later, the Order of Poor Clares. Their life was one of extreme poverty, prayer, and seclusion. They owned nothing, not even collectively, relying entirely on God's providence and the alms of others. But Clare was more than just a follower of Francis. She was a leader and a pioneer in her own right. She became the first woman to write a rule of life for a religious order. 4 years, she fought with papal authorities who wanted to soften her order's commitment to absolute poverty. They just couldn't understand why a community of women would choose to live without any property or security. But Clare stood firm. Just 2 days before her death, after decades of persistence, Pope Innocent IV finally approved her rule, recognizing her unique vision. This was a monumental achievement for a woman in the 13th century. Clare wasn't just an administrator. She was a woman of deep faith and miracles. Legends tell of her saving her convent from attackers by holding up the Blessed Sacrament, causing the invaders to flee in terror. It's because of a similar story, where she was too ill to attend Mass but was granted a vision of it on the wall of her room, that she was named the patron saint of television in 1958. Isn't that fascinating? The patron saint of television is a 13th century contemplative nun. St. Clare's story is a powerful testament to the strength of conviction. She shows us that true wealth isn't found in material possessions, but in a life lived with purpose and unwavering faith. She chose a difficult path, but one that brought her, and countless others, immense spiritual joy. Her legacy of courage, humility, and devotion continues to inspire people all over the world. What do you find most inspiring about St. Clare's story? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this journey with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories of incredible figures from history. See you next time.